limits never stop me now. I am God's ascending growth. Limits enlightened, I've been shown. You won't stop me, I am flow.
Hey y'all, hey. My cat, she just like came running out of the bed, doing her little thing. Okay, my bad. Distractions. Good distractions though. Good distractions. She's always a good distraction. I love my baby. But cheers. Cheers to Monday. Cheers to today. Cheers to whenever you're fucking watching this. Okay. Bars. Right now I'm drinking some Blue Lotus tea with my little amethyst crystal. I love this thing. I ordered this online. I think I got it off of the TikTok shop, or well, I got this included with one of my Blue Lotus, because so the thing about Blue Lotus Flower is I've ordered it over time from 3 different places, and this third time where I got it from, I got it off a shop from Etsy. I love it. It's amazing, right? But there's one other place I ordered from. It wasn't as strong. It wasn't as, I didn't like feel it as much as, you know, there's certain ones. So it's like I've had to like really understand which place to order from, you know, look into more whatnot. But right now I'm drinking Blue Lotus tea, and one of the places that I ordered from, I got this from. So it was super cool. So cheers. It's really hot right now. Okay, yeah, it's great. It's great. But I love Blue Lotus Flower. It's a tea that I drink. I drink it because it connects me to my ancient ancestors from Egypt, okay? And it's a flower that's grown out of Egypt. So if you're ever interested in learning about, you know, Blue Lotus Flower, definitely check that out. I got mine from Etsy. And if I remember, and if you want more information on it, please let me know in the comments below, okay? But anywho, what's up, y'all? I'm Faefae. I'm that ancient artist, and I'm here to share some wisdom and shit, because yo, I got a big head and I got a lot of wisdom. I also got, you know, this beautiful mane of hair. I'm a Leo, so there's that. Rawr. But yeah, I'm Faefae, and it's so nice to meet you. Thank you for joining me and connecting with me and just clicking on this video, because yo, I've been on YouTube for a while, but I've just started doing, you know, content like this, whether, you know, it's speaking messages, inspiration, all that kind of stuff, because I'm into spiritual, ancient knowledge, and just magical stuff in general. But I just started doing content like this. I'm also an artist, so I do music. I'm a singer-songwriter, and a lot of my messages come through music. So if you want to check out my music, I'm on SoundCloud right now. I'm working on a lot of new music. It's just not professionally recorded yet. So that is in the works as well too. But a lot of my old music, my album Beautiful Disaster, that connects to like my story and my spiritual journey, is on SoundCloud. So go check out that album, please. And the song in the intro, No Limits, that's me. I wrote that. That's my song too. So that's on SoundCloud as well too. So if you like that, vibe with that, please check it out. Please listen to it. But yeah, more music coming at you as well too. But I'm fairly new to doing this kind of content on YouTube. I've been on YouTube forever, so that's why like a lot of my videos, it actually shows my transformation. You know, it shows the journey that I've been on. So if you watch some of my short videos, if you watch some of the videos from, you know, the past, from like 2-3 years ago, you'll see like that transformation within myself. And it's a beautiful journey that I've been on. It's definitely been very, very interesting, I will say that. But it's been so powerful to where it's like I've been called to start doing this kind of content, sharing messages in a very spiritual way, because I believe everything is spiritual, right? For me, I believe the material world, manifestation, law of attraction, you know, all these different things that I've been called to or drawn to, tarot readings, candle magic, all that stuff connects in some way or form to help us elevate, to help us grow, to help us expand in ways we can't even necessarily imagine, right? Because for one, just understanding certain things logically, right? Within our conscious, within our subconscious, within just how we function within the world. Like there's so much knowledge out there that's not just outside of us, but there's so much knowledge within us, right? So it's like going through these experiences and understanding of how life really works. Because at the end of the day, we only know how life works due to our own perception, due to our own reality, due to connecting with other people and whatnot. You know, it's like you're stepping into other people's reality, other people's bubble, other people's understanding of how life works. Okay, so there's this thing not too long ago, I want to say it was a few months ago, where I was just pondering, reflecting, because this is something that I like to do within myself to understand how I see the world works, how I perceive things, how I perceive myself, and really understanding why it's called a spiritual awakening, why it's called a spiritual journey, and what our purpose is here. You know, why are we here? What is the point to all of this, right? What is the point to all this chaos and confusion and destruction? What is the point to all this positivity and love and light? What is the point to all this just basic shit and high-end shit, right? There's so much within the world. There's so much that's happening that we can connect to, but what is the point of all of it, right? And so there was this thing that I was reflecting on about snow globes. So it's like, you look at those snow globes that you get possibly around Christmas time or whatever, whenever you get it. But I know I used to be really connected to the different snow globes, and I would watch movies about how, you know, they tell, you know, stories about these different snow globes and how we lived in a snow globe. But it got me thinking about, like, we each live in our own little snow globe, right? It's like the world, right? You know, you look at some snow globes, they have palm trees in it. You look at some snow globes, you shake them, and they got the snowflakes and whatever else. And there's all these different snow globes that you can connect to, right? And we're all in one of these snow globes. Either some of us are experiencing the same snow globe, or some of us are experiencing, you know, all these different snow globes, right? It's like putting ourselves in a box. So like spirituality, right? You know, for me, I grew up in a religious household. And so it's like putting yourself in that religious box, yet there's multiple snow globes, there's multiple boxes to that religious factor too. So there's what, over 10,000 religions in the world? I can't remember the exact number, but I know there's a lot of multitude different religions within the world, right? And so you look at that way, where it's like not all religions are the same. There's multiple of them. There's some truth to them. There's some understanding to them. And some of those religions are just, they work for people, right? They help people, they heal people, they guide people, they destroy people, they really fuck some people up, right? But it's not necessarily about the religion, right? And so you got to look at those people too, because those people have a certain intention. They have a certain energy. They have a certain mindset to where they're like, oh, well, this is my intention with this religion. And then you have the multitude of people that they create within that religion, right? That they bring in. But there's several, you know, perceptions, there's several mindsets within those individuals as too. And so it's really the intention behind not just that religion aspect, right? Not just behind that pastor or that priest or that, you know, that person that's running the religion or that started the religion, right? There's that intention that follows that, you know, may spark some other intention within those other followers, those other people, right? And so then you got to look at that within politics. You got to look at that within spirituality as well too, and other aspects of life, right? There's some people that are really big into astrology. Like, they know everything about astrology. And then there's some people that only know their sun sign. And they think they know, oh, well, if you're this sign, that's just you and that's it, right? It's that understanding of how all these different snow globes work. But looking at the snow globes as a perception, as a reality, as a mindset, as a, okay, this person lives in this snow globe. This person, is connected to spirituality. They may be connected to crystals, to astrology, to all these different things, to candle magic, manifestation. But what they don't understand is, they still may have this own perception of it. They may only have the little bit of knowledge to it, and not like what some other person that's spiritual as well has knowledge to. But that's really the beauty of life in general. That's really the beauty of, the uniqueness and the difference of us all. We all can be connected to these certain things and learn something from it, because we all have a perception of it. We all have an understanding. We all have these different gifts, or we have the same gifts, but we utilize them in our own way, because we were all created in a way to where we're not supposed to be the same. We're not supposed to necessarily do the same thing. And like robots, right? We're not supposed to be robots. We weren't created to be robots, even though they trying to create robots to take over and whatnot. But it's that kind of thing where we were created to have this purpose here on life, to do things a certain way. Now you can look outside of that. You can look out in all these different chaotic directions, right? Go down the rabbit hole and really try and understand like all these different branches, right? It's like the tree of life. Okay, it's like the tree of life is, you're going down all these different branches to understand, okay, yeah, we all have a purpose here, duh. We all are here for a reason. We all have this perception. We all have a certain mindset, yet some of us are limited. Some of us believe certain things. Some of us see life destruction and how we want to destroy it instead of how we want to build it and make it prosperous, make it more abundant, even though it's already abundant. So it's like, why the turmoil? Why the chaos, right? And who really knows? We may not ever have the exact answer. And some of us may believe we already have the answers, right? But it's really how you go about it. It's really how you interact with it, feel about it, digest it, right? At the end of the day. And you can get so outside of yourself to where you forget the actual point of it all, to where you get so caught up in other people's reality. You get so caught up in all these different understandings that you get lost within yourself. And that's why it's so important to come back to self, to come back to who you want to be, how you truly perceive life, and what you want for life. And that's really the beauty of it right there, is the point that matters to you. So today I was walking on the beach, and one of the beaches that I was at, they have like this rock garden. It's so beautiful. Everybody has like some kind of painting on a rock, and it's super powerful. You have all these different awesome pictures. I seen a ladybug, but one of the rocks said transformation complete, and had a butterfly, right? And so to me that stood out so much, because I've been going through all these different transformations, all these understandings of life, and the perception of reality, and how to manifest the law of attraction, and how I perceive myself, how can I love myself better, and just connecting to crystals, and just so many things. And then just looking at my life in general, the experiences that I've been through, the chaos, the craziness, the what the fuck moments, and the beautiful moments, the positivity, the friendships, just all of this, just looking at it all and being like, wow, this is like a big, huge sign for me from the universe. And why I had to go through, in a sense, all these things, right? And I talk about it briefly here and there on my channel. But the thing with it all is, me understanding the transformation of it all. It's like I know within myself the feeling, the wisdom, the strength of how far I've come. But not everybody else does, right? Not everybody really will truly understand the growth, the inner growth, right? That you've really experienced. They may understand it to a certain extent because they've either experienced you or you told some of your story, you watched some of the videos, you see a difference, you see that change, but you still might not have that understanding of what I have, because obviously it's me that's transforming. It's me that's going through this rebirth, this death and rebirth, these different cycles, these realities, right? These snow globes, these worlds, these shifting of mindsets and all. And it's so powerful, because that right there was just a big, huge synchronicity for me today. Not just, and I see synchronicities all the time. That's the beauty of me being, connected spiritually in a way that I never understood. Because, you go through these certain experiences to get you to a certain level to where you just know. You open up these certain gifts, but at the same time, you don't really look at them as gifts. You just look at them as a part of you, right? That's just who I am now. And for me, I had to discover these things through these different experiences, through reflecting, sitting down and being, oh, what about, I see how these snow globes work, and also reflecting on a lot of the turmoil, the fogginess, the darkness, right? Where it's like I'm sitting there, reflecting, crying, almost hating on myself, beating myself up, right? There's growth within that. There's growth and understanding within that, with sitting within that, and knowing that, okay, this is happening for a reason. I don't necessarily like it, but it's happening. And even looking back at those moments and coming to this place of the transformation is complete. And it's complete in a way to where it's like, so for me, I believe, an ending of a cycle is just a new beginning to a new cycle, a new life, a better life, right? The best is yet to come. We're always evolving. We're always elevating. We're always understanding, trying to understand ourselves, but the world and how it functions, and coming into these new, amazing inventions, right? Because we are creators. We are the gods and goddesses that created this world, and we're leaving behind a legacy with, whether it's with this video, whether it's with our art, whether it's what we're building, whether it's just helping someone, in a way that we don't even recognize we're helping them. But we're just doing something natural within ourselves that we feel called to do, right? So it's that kind of thing where it's like just sitting, seeing that my transformation is not necessarily complete, but I've completed a cycle. I've understood myself enough to be able to come and create certain different content, shift into a different role, right? We look at jobs, we look at titles, we look at all these different beautiful things that we've created for ourselves to hold these certain titles, to feel seen, to feel like we can come and share our wisdom, share our truth, share what we believe, will help somebody else, sharing this video with you and connecting with you, even though we may not be in person, I'm exchanging this energy with you through the phone. all right? I'm exchanging this energy, and you're gravitating towards it for a certain reason, whether you know, and you're understanding that reason for yourself. I'm understanding this reason for, so my video got cut off, my alarm went off, but I'm back, I'm here. But what I was saying was, you know, I've created this video for the intention to provide, you know, inspiration, to provide wisdom and shit. You know, there's some stuff that I may say that's just like, I don't even know why I'm saying it, right? But that's the beauty of being a spiritual being. That's the beauty of understanding that everything is spiritual and everything is said and everything happens for a reason. Even if you don't understand it, right? It may connect to somebody. It may like resonate. It may trigger something within somebody. Even if it triggers you in a bad way, it's still happening for a reason. I've been triggered so many times. I can't tell you how many times I've been triggered to the point where it's like, I don't like a certain person, or I don't like that certain feeling, or I don't like what you're saying. But it's a little delayed in a sense for me, to where it's like afterwards I have to sit and reflect on, well, why did it trigger me? Why did I feel that way? And it took me a minute to really get to that point, right? It doesn't happen overnight. Even with my YouTube channel, you know? I always had these amazing creative ideas, and I still do. It's just, you know, organizing it, putting it together, whether it's with my music, whether it's with certain things, other things that I want to create. And, you know, it's just showing up and doing it, even if it doesn't seem like it's the best, right? Because I'm also a perfectionist. But detaching yourself from that, detaching yourself from that you are part human. You know, we live in this realm, this earthly realm, for a reason. And yeah, I do believe in multiple different dimensions. I do believe that there's so much more out there that we necessarily can explain, but also can't explain. And we're all, you know, experiencing it all in our own way and understanding it in our own way. But that's the beauty of it. You know, it's all coming together in some form, and there's some purpose to it because it's helping somebody, and maybe it's not. But there's that ripple effect, right? There's that ripple effect of how it works, how energy works, right? You know, with certain content, with the algorithm, with how we perceive, you know, it's all a spiritual thing. And it doesn't matter your religious belief. It doesn't matter necessarily, you know, how you perceive things, right? It doesn't matter. It's not necessarily about what's right and what's wrong. It's just happening. It's all happening, right? You know, and it's like with the whole justice thing, right? You know, we believe that, you know, we're getting this physical justice through possibly, you know, the certain system. But what really is true justice, you know? And that's where it's like there's that spiritual aspect of things. There's that unseen spiritual guidance from, you know, the divine, from the spiritual realm that we may have more connections to than others, right? It's that karma, you know? It's like, I'm gonna get my good karma if I put it out into the world, right? There's those certain intentions within our vessel, within our soul, within all of us, right? And how we connect and how we feel and how we just go about in this lovely, interesting world. But it's really getting down to the point of your world, your reality, and how you see it. And if you choose to want to heal, if you choose to want to become, you know, the even villain of the world, it's your choice. That's your intentions. I mean, be what it is. But you know, maybe in this lifetime you're supposed to be that. Maybe in the next time you'll get your damn karma. Who knows? Only you'll figure that out, right? But I think, you know, I also like to say, you know, in a lot of my videos, there's no one point, there's multiple points, and whatever you connect to, which is super powerful, right? So if you just connect to my shirt, or, you know, my necklace or my ring, you know, that's what you connect to. If you don't connect to this message, you know, that's okay too. It's cool, but you're connected to it. So you may feel like you're not connected to it, right now, currently. But maybe one day something from this message will just pop into your head, right? And that's the power within the unseen. That's the power with energy. That's the power with connection in general. Is, our brain, our vessel holds a lot of wisdom, a lot of things that we may not understand at first, or we may not register it because we're not awakened. We're not consciously at a certain level spiritually. But once we get to that level, that's when certain things start to pop off. I look at my spiritual journey. I really started the awakening journey about almost going up, maybe now 4 years now. But I feel like I've always been going on a spiritual journey. I just never understood it until, I want to say, 2022, which is funny, because that's a angel number for me, 222 anyways. But it's that kind of thing what I look at, where it's like I started to finally break free and understand certain things through other people, right? Through other experiences that I had to go through, even though I may not still be connected to those people. It's like later on down the road, I realized that something they said popped into my head, right? And it's like, oh, now I get it. Now I fucking get it. It's like they were right. And it's almost like wanting to go back and trying to find those people and be like, yo, you were fucking right, dude. But then you have to realize, nah, that person was just sent into your life to probably just say that message. And now it's popping into your head like, girl, boy, dude. And I sit back and laugh, because everybody that comes within your life, everybody that you connect with, right? Whether it's a small conversation, it doesn't matter who it is, it doesn't matter your title, it doesn't matter your faith, it doesn't matter, any of that, your political views, none of that really truly matters. We make it matter. You allow it to matter, right? It's just like your perception of yourself, right? It's that kind of thing where you start to recognize that, okay, well, that person said something and that matters to me now, and we allow it to. We evolve, we elevate, and sometimes we get so caught up into other people's worlds, other people's reality, where we forget about our own, right? We forget about our own. My cat is tearing up my mail right now. Abby, girl, that's important. She don't care. See, that mail don't matter to her. Obviously, that don't matter. She's a spiritual genius, by the way. Oh gosh, but it's the fact that it don't matter. You create the matter, right? If you are into science, right? We are the matter. We create the matter. We've discovered the matter, right? I'm not really a big scientist or anything, but obviously that connects. We're made up of these different atoms, and I like to say stardust because that's like the simplest way to explain it. But if you want to go scientific, we're created out of the same elements as stars, right? So we make this life matter. We make this world matter. We're the ones that can elevate or destroy, right? We are the light. We are the dark. We are the magic essence within the turmoil. And so it's really stepping back within ourselves to understand, why are we here? What is our purpose? Are we in our purpose? Do we love what we do? How are we taking next steps? How are we reflecting on these different experiences? How are we becoming more open-minded to be like, oh, I'm right, you're wrong, or I'm wrong, you're right, and disconnecting from that. It's not that I'm right and you're wrong, and it's not that you're right and I'm wrong. It's more so the fact that we may disagree on certain things, and that's okay. We may want to, overpower each other, or we may not like everything we do. I'm not meant for everybody. I'm a lot, but I'm a good a lot. I have my negative traits. I have my positive traits. And it's really learning from each other, understanding, being that student, being that teacher, right? Knowing when to be that student, knowing when to be that teacher, knowing when to step back and stay in your own lane, knowing when to, be like, hey, I'm in my lane. I'm just speaking my truth. I'm just sharing some knowledge, But it's looking back at, especially like I was saying, the last 3-4 years and all the things that I've went through, and connecting with the different experiences, and why I've had to cut off certain people, why I've reconnected with certain people, and understanding energy, understanding the spiritual journey, understanding these different terminologies, right? Understanding how astrology works, understanding how I perceive things within the spiritual world, because that's another thing. It's like we're always creating new things, new insights, getting new downloads, getting new, and it's super powerful, it's super beautiful, and a lot of it's changing. We've learned from our ancestors. You've understood things in a certain way, which they've set the tone for us, they've helped us. But then we have to understand we're also coming into this new age, this new experience, this new energy, where we're recreating a lot of things as well too. Not necessarily rediscovering, but discovering new stuff that we've never even thought of. Not even our ancestors, right? And so it's that kind of thing where I feel as if we are all here to help dissect this new stuff. Dissect in a way to where it's like, I'm going through something. I may not understand it, right? It's a lot new. It's really weird. It's something that, I can't find on the internet kind of thing. But somebody that I eventually run into, and we start having a conversation, and they can connect to that kind of energy too, right? They have the other piece. It's like a puzzle piece, right? It's like that other snow globe and that one snow globe, they come together and they're like, oh, well, hey, look, we can put these two snow globes together and it connects. But it's new. It's like a new snow globe that's been created. I'm gonna take a sip. And so it's really, sitting back and thinking about the fact of all this information, all this knowledge, all this creativity within us, and how it's blooming, how it's, we're finding these different things of, wow, these new discoveries of, and I never imagined it to be like this, or I never thought, who would have ever thought, right? It's relearning certain things, but it's also discovering and learning new things. And so, with the transformation complete, it's like, yeah, we're transforming this world. We're doing all these things we're transforming ourselves, our inner selves, our outer selves. At least that's the overall goal, right? To transform yourself in a way that works for you. Transform your life however you want to see fit, right? For me, I like to go deep into a lot of different things, but I also like to try to keep it as simple as possible for those who, may not have understood, a lot of deep things, or can't connect on a deep level, in a sense to where it's like, okay, where the fuck is she going with all this? Who knows? There's not just one path, right? There's multiple paths that you can take in multiple different directions. Every moment, every second, right? Anything can happen. That's why what they say, tomorrow's not promised. Like, just live in the moment, live today, live for today, because you really don't know if you're gonna wake up tomorrow, right? And then it's having that gratitude that you did wake up today. because tomorrow is today, or yesterday is tomorrow. Whatever. But within closing of this message, because I know this is like my video cut off, and I was like, I don't know the timing on it, but I know I'm getting up there again. And I try not to keep my videos too long, but you know what? It is what it is. I feel like there's a lot of wisdom and shit that I need to share. There's a lot of insight within my mind, within my power, within stepping into this new, title, this new era, this new self. It's been a journey, and the journey continues. And I'm so grateful to be able to have this inner confidence, this just going back to the fact where it's like, wow, who would have ever thought? Like, me growing up, I was really shy. There's a lot of points in my life where I consider myself an extrovert, but a lot of times I'd have to be comfortable with those people or a person to really bring out this part of me. It's like it's always been inside me. It's just I was insecure in certain ways. I was, limited. I believed, had a perception of myself. Right? It's like my hair. I literally just cut it. Like, I cut it myself not too long ago. And I don't like having short hair. Growing up as a kid, I had like a boy cut, right? It was like super short. Everybody thought I was this cute little boy. And I made my mom get me my ears pierced so people wouldn't think I was a boy. But obviously, So it's that kind of thing where it's like, I just recently cut my hair and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I feel so, I don't think I should have short hair. I want long hair. I've always wanted long hair. But it's embracing that, right? It's embracing the things that you're insecure about. Stepping into that power of yourself, allowing yourself to choose your reality, choose how you feel, and choose that belief. It's like, I know I'm beautiful. With this hairstyle, I make it look good. Today I made it look good. But there's some days where I don't feel that way. But I allow myself to stop and be like, why don't I feel this way? Where is this coming from? Where are these thoughts coming from? Okay. And really work on myself, whether it's my self-care, whether it's doing face masks, whether it's really, trying to figure out a nice way to set my hair, whether it's putting certain products in my hair, whether it's, doing, my makeup a certain way, or if I decide to do makeup, I go get my eyebrows waxed. I need to go get them waxed again, so don't make fun of my eyebrows, okay? I see you. It's that kind of thing where it's like, yeah, going through life, going through the chaos of life, the roller coaster of life, and finally getting to a point in your life where it's like, oh yeah, I got certain insecurities. There's certain challenges going on in my life, but it is what it is. Everything happens for a reason. And I'm okay. I'm still here. When I die, I die. I don't really die. It's just, this vessel dies. You get to that point where you're just like, transformation complete. Mission complete. Cycle complete. You have to go through these certain cycles. You have to be in this certain snow globe, this certain mentality for a certain time. And you can break free from it, People break snow globes all the time, right? And that's the point. You can break free from the cycles. You can redirect yourself. You can see the bigger picture. You can step outside of all those snow globes. You can experience all of them in all different types of way with different types of people, or just with different mindsets, right? You can shift those perceptions, and it can help you get to a certain point in your life to where you're like, I get it. The life is gonna be life, however it is. There's going to be challenges. There's going to be chaos. People die every day, yet people are born every day. People build empires and celebrate and have birthdays and experience their first kiss, experience their first love, their first heartbreak, their People are experiencing their first of everything today, right now, in this moment, right? 1943 on the clock. It's that kind of thing where it's like the world's still turning, life's still happening, shit's still happening. It's really how about you go about it, and what you pay attention to, what you're influenced to, what you gravitate towards, and how you want to pull back from it or continue to pull into it, and how you want to live yourself, how you want to create the reality, the snow globe of your life. Become the main character of your life. I'm the main fucking character of my life, bitch, and everybody know that. And if they don't, they'll eventually do. And it's not an egotistical thing. It's not a bad thing. It's not a selfish thing. I love on me because I know I have a lot of energy, and I know I needed to pour that love within myself before I could pour it up into other people. And that's what you get to. You get to a point where it's like, I can love on myself. I can buy these things, do these things, live this lifestyle, however I want. Put myself first, and it's not bad. It's all connected in some way or form. The mental, the heart, the vessel, the soul, the mind, all of it. And then allowing yourself to get to a point where it's like, okay, I can start pouring into others. I can give others, parts of me that are overflowing, to where I'm not depleting myself, to where I don't feel like I'm not being loved, and it's connecting with those people that, flow into you as well too, and give to you. It's that natural energy, right? That natural overflowing beauty. Right? Man or woman, whatever you identify with, right? It doesn't matter about your race, your belief, your political view. It's detaching yourself from all of that and understanding that we're all a human race, okay? We're all here for a reason. We all, are able to work together. And no, it's, not gonna be the easiest thing. Chaos happens for a reason. You look at tornadoes, you look at hurricanes, you look at, the elements of life, earth, fire, wind, storms, all that. You look at it all and how it connects and how it naturally, I live in California, so there's earthquakes all the time. They're really, really tiny, but sometimes they're really big. There's fires. What is starting those fires? What is the root cause to all those things? Sometimes certain, things have to happen for things to shift, right? For things to come about. And so that's the natural state of life. And we can set the tone. We can recreate a world, over time. It's not going to happen overnight, but over time, over generations, we can shift. And we can come together, because working together is power. Understanding each other is power. More importantly, understanding ourselves, right? Understanding ourselves to be able to understand others, to connect to others in ways that we may limit ourselves to. So with that, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna end the end message there. But before I get off here, if you really resonated or connected with this message in any way, please, just kidding. But no, seriously, please, comment, like, share, whatever you feel called to do it. I also have my link tree connected to this in the description box or on my profile if you want to go check out my music or any of my other, awesome content on TikTok or Instagram. I share everywhere, at least I try to. Email me if you want to, collaborate or connect more that way as well too. But I'll leave you with this last message. You're right where you need to be. You are. Everything happens for a reason, and everything is connected. And we go through life to experience it. So take the time to experience your life. Take the time to reflect and really see if you're truly happy or what you believe happiness means to you. Because for me, I had to do so much research on, my DNA, my name, just all these things within myself. And it reflected back to me that my name, so my actual name is Felicia. Faefae is just my artist name, my nickname, right? But Felicia is my name, my government given name, but it means happiness. It means happiness. And I was given a card when I was younger about how it told me it meant happiness. Now it's not, some people spell, like say it as Felicia or say it as, spell it with a C, but it's actually with two S's. So it was spelled like Feliz Navidad. At least that's what I think of when I, say my name, because it's Latin. It's from the Latin origin. I'm also African, Caribbean, and European, but Felicia means happiness. And so I had to understand that I am happiness. But why am I happy? How do I create my happiness, right? It's by choosing to be happy, choosing to find ways in my life every day to be happy, or at least feel content, and knowing that I'm not always going to be happy. That happiness is a state of mind. It's just like love, right? It's like my frequency can be in the energy of love, but it can shift too. Our energies can shift, right? And so it's really understanding that everything is flowing and everything happens for a reason, and the emotions, the things that you connect with, it's showing you a reflection of something, whether it's yourself or something that you're experiencing in life, that the universe, that spirit, that God is trying to get your attention and tell you something. So oink, oink. But with that, I love y'all. And just thank you so much for connecting with me. And please share your thoughts and your wisdom, because I know you got some great wisdom within inside of you. And I hope this video, this message, inspires you to live your best fucking life. So, peace.